From the moment we wake up till the time we close our eyes to sleep, we encounter texts posted everywhere. How do we distinguish one from another? Good day, learners! Welcome to another episode of English for Grade 6. Today, we will talk about the different types of information or factual texts. Information comes in different types. When we say factual texts, these are the types that inform, instruct, or convince by giving facts and evidences. In our previous lessons, we learned the different examples such as the memorandum and persuasive texts like the editorial. Let us again review what we just learned. What is a memorandum? Information, policy, solution? When these three words pop up in your mind, then you are correct. A memorandum is written to inform everyone concerned in an organization. Additionally, it is written to explain the problem which the organization has tried to solve. Also, the memorandum serves as the solution to the problem, as the piece of information which is disseminated as a new procedure or new policy. Take a look at these examples. Another type of information or factual text has the purpose of persuading. To persuade or to convince is very familiar in texts like editorials, debates, and formal discussion. Remember the example on how a writer convinces the readers about his side of the issue? Persuasion is a purpose of factual texts. The persuasive texts aim to convince or influence others by giving the writer's point of view about a certain matter. There are two kinds of factual texts with intention of persuading: the exposition and discussion. A debate is an example of exposition. It convinces others by giving your reason for your point of view. On the other hand, an editorial is an example of discussion. It gives several points of view to arrive at a logical decision. Procedural texts is another type of information or factual texts. You will see in a procedure texts the steps on how a particular things are fixed or done. A good example is a manual or a cooking recipe. Take note that there are two types of factual text type, which are procedure and procedural recount. In a procedure, the structure usually shows the objectives and steps. Its purpose is to instruct on how something should be done. A recipe is a good example. On the other hand, the procedural recount demonstrates series of events that are sequenced in time. It gives the order or sequence of events based on how it was done or made. A good example would be documentaries. Let's check how well you can distinguish the types of information or factual texts. Let's do this short activity. Direction. Distinguish the type of factual texts based on their purpose. Shade the star if the factual texts provide instructions. Let's see how well did you do. Let's check your answers. Now, the factual texts that provide instructions are cell phone manual, how to make pastillas, description of a roll, and how to cook kare-kare. Good job, everyone! Now, let's do the recap. Remember, factual texts are the type of information that instruct or convince by giving facts and evidence. A memorandum, on the other hand, is a type of factual text that is written to inform everyone concerned in an organization. While persuasion is a purpose of factual texts. The persuasive texts aim to convince or influence others by giving the writer's point of view about a certain matter. And the procedure text tells the steps and how a particular things are fixed or done. Now that you have made it through the end, congratulations! You made it! You are amazing! See you again on our next lesson.